See that guy? All right, that's Daniel Triplett. Daniel Triplett is accused of killing someone who worked for him and then burying the body, but he still got bond. All right, he got bond. We said it in our original reporting. This guy's not a candidate for bond whatsoever. He got bond. The bond for this Oklahoma businessman charged with murder has now been revoked. Remember, he put a guy who worked for him in a septic tank, okay? Put up the picture, side by side picture. All right, so Daniel Triplett had been out on a $500,000 bond last December 2021 following the alleged murder that took place months before when Triplett's employee, Brent Mack, that's the African-American male you see, went missing. All right, he went missing. Triplett gets bond. His bond has now been revoked. He landed himself back in jail following Logan County Judge Susan Worthington's ruling on Friday, January 14th, after prosecutors said Triplett was going places he was not allowed to go, including the bank, a restaurant, a gas station. Okay, why would he listen to the judge? He has proven his privilege has no limitation. He has allegedly killed a man who worked for him, lured him. I mean, the way this happened was so planned. Lured him in order to do this and then covered it up, and he still gets bond. All right. According to the conditions of Triplett's bond, the businessman was required to wear an ankle monitor and leave his home for visits with his lawyer, medical appointments, or court dates. The DA, Lord Thomas, said a bank teller who knew Triplett had been arrested on murder charges told authorities Triplett was spotted in the bank's drive-through. Good for that bank teller, all right? Let me give you some background to what happened originally. The search for the 50-year-old Brent Mack began after his daughter, Rachel Wilson, reached out to Triplett, the man who's charged with killing him, on Facebook Messenger regarding her father's whereabouts. However, inconsistencies in Triplett's story about when he last saw Mack drew cause for concern. He couldn't get his story together. Triplett initially told authorities that Mack was dropped off in Guthrie, Oklahoma, outside of a laundromat. Well, after firing him from his alleged violent demeanor. Well, that was likely not true. However, officers found several factors that contradicted his story during their investigation into the whereabouts of Mr. Mack, okay? The video showed Triplett driving through the town but never stopping to drop Mack off like he said. Surveillance footage taken from the residence and statements from the homeowners confirmed that both men were together before Mack's disappearance. After working on the septic tank, only Triplett was seen leaving the property, and that is where he stashed the body, according to the prosecution. Cold-blooded, right? Just remember, he went before a judge with all of this evidence against him and still got bond. Now his bond has been revoked. He's where he should be. Let's hope he doesn't get out whatsoever. Aida, thoughts on this one?
So first and foremost, I want to extend to my Black brothers and sisters who constantly have to see a reflection of themselves being murdered and being objectified and dehumanized. And it is constantly everywhere we are. So make sure that we're taking care of ourselves, because that right there triggered me. It made me angry, it made me sad, and it made me want to cry that some young woman is looking for her father and her father is in a septic tank. It just imagine, I mean, the reality of it is that we are arguing with people that our lives matter. We have to have an argument. It's been politicized, it's been taken out of context, it's been used to justify crime, it's been used to we've reached a point of we are in the upside down, as they say in Stranger Things. It is an unreal reality that you have to walk about the earth as a Black person in this country after generations and generations of mistreatment and oppression. And we still have to have a discussion about voting rights. And then you see these kinds of things happen. This man is a businessman in this town. And I guarantee you he has connections with law enforcement. And that's how they take care of each other. And there are never really consequences, because where does it make sense, right? Make it make sense that a person kills somebody, they abducted them and they murdered them, but they need a pass so that they can go take care of their own business. What you know how many people, Khalif Browder didn't get that opportunity.
Right.
Didn't get that opportunity for a backpack. And this man killed somebody for a backpack, was in jail for 3 years and in solitary confinement. I will never forget the names of all of the people that we've had to see buried, and the mothers who've had to cry because the justice system, the law enforcement are all in cahoots, because it's all rooted and embedded in white supremacy and an oppression. So, I mean, I just plead for us. We have to take care of ourselves and each other, because we relying on these people to take care of us, and they don't care about us. They say all lives matter when we say Black lives matter, and this is absolutely ridiculous.
Completely ridiculous. And to the point you made about their retort, all lives matter, they only say that when somebody says Black lives matter, it's a way to dissuade you from the argument of Black life in America. But when people say blue lives matter, you never hear them then say all lives matter.
That's right.
Blue is not a race. Blue comes off as Black does not. Blue is not a culture. Blue is there to protect the culture. That's what it's supposed to do. But it has become its own entity, and an us and them narrative has been created because of the way they decide to exercise their policing rights in America.